And Park It is actually a celebration of National Parking Day, which began 5 years ago in San Francisco by an art and design group called Rebar. They took over one parking stall for just 2 hours, and since then, in 2009, it exploded out to 140 cities have parks installed within parking stalls on 6 different continents, so everywhere except for Antarctica. And I'd like to thank Marcia Rummel, the city alder, and the district alder, and I'd like to thank Karen Wolf from the Madison Arts Commission and the Blink Grant Project, and I'd like to thank Twink McMahon from Sustainable Atwood, which is a local sustainability advocacy group, and I'd like to thank the artists, Angela Richardson, Patrick Schreiner, William Turnbull, and Lance Owens, and John Hitchcock, and Christine Olsen, and Kyle Pfister, and especially Kyle Pfister for putting together all of the media promotions for this and concocting this wonderful ceremony for us. And
so what is this that we're at right now?
This is a 8-artist, 7 parking stall art installation called Park It. And it's part of National Parking Day, which started 5 years ago in San Francisco with an art and design group called Rebar. And they just took over one parking stall and fed the meter for 2 hours, and that was it. And then, like, last year, 2009, there were 140 cities with parks installed in them for National Parking Day, 6 continents. It's basically everywhere except for Antarctica. So it's, like, all over the place. I think it's, like, Johannesburg, Cairo, and parts like Sydney, Australia. This is the first year that Madison has participated.
How did you find out about it and sort of decide to bring it to Madison then?
Actually, this woman right here mentioned it to me.
We run a temporary public art project called Blink, and Tyler was exploring some possibilities of what she could do in the vein of temporary public art.
Yeah, because I love temporary public art.
Projects that happen. It was a hard process.
So much red tape.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I mean, to get permission to take over public parking spaces, what does that involve exactly? How long did it take?
Street use permit from the city to apply for, and there's lots of things with that. Like, you have to map everything out, like where the garbage and recycling bins are going to be, and like where the parking stalls are going to be taken up, and
handicap access.
Yeah, handicap access, a lost child area. Make sure there's enough clearance to the street.
Sure.
For emergency vehicles.
But her first step was really like drafting this whole elaborate proposal and submitting it to the
just making it enticing.
Right.
And to like a commission.
So it just involves writing a really...
Yeah, and I gathered the artists as well, like, as I was writing.
So you had was it these 8 artists you had in mind from the very beginning, or did you have just a couple?
It kind of developed. I had about maybe 4 or 5 of them.
Okay, yeah.
Off the top of my head, and then I've only been here for a little over a year, so I had to like get recommendations from other artists, and then like the last 2 I met were John and Lance, actually at an art reception at Project Lodge. So I'm the gallery manager at Project Lodge. So it's kind of like I get to capture artists there. Hello, come in.
It's a good.
Tell me what you do.
Good racket.
Yeah, that they kind of already liked to do work that's a little sort of less traditional in approach. It doesn't necessarily need to be installed within a gallery.
Is that part of the appeal of doing something like this then? Just sort of getting outside of a gallery?
Getting outside of a gallery.
I
like doing that a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
What are you hoping then that people take away from just regular public that shows up at this?
That art can exist in a space other than the white walls, and that it can be fun. Like, I think some people can like conceive of that, but I think that a lot of people still, even in like a gallery setting, I hear all the time folks just coming in as viewers and saying, "Oh, I don't get it. I don't know what to get out of it." And I just think that wherever you want to kind of like, wherever you can enter into the piece from is fine. And I think like a discovery that I made like a couple of years ago when I felt like I was really making strides in graduate school back in Louisiana was when I discovered that like art making could be fun, and that was actually the way that I wanted to stay in the studio all the time. It was like making was enough for a long time when I was like honing my techniques, and then it was like after that it was what do I do now? And then just like play and have fun, and then it just like it was like a light one.